The United States, backed by several countries, including Canada and Brazil, have said they support the opposition leader, Juan Guaido, who last Wednesday proclaimed himself as interim president. But China, Russia, and Cuba have said they will continue to support Maduro, who was sworn into office earlier this month for a second consecutive term. John Anthony Rullow, who has lived and worked in Venezuela, says the Venezuelan situation is complex, but added that the pressure being exerted by the United States began years ago.
But since then, they never gave up. Chavez, unfortunately, passed away. May you rest in peace. A new man has taken over. But of course, he doesn't have the charisma and otherwise as Chavez. So it's easier for them to undermine him. But the fact is that the Venezuelan people are planted. They know what they're looking for. They know what they want. They realize that the aim of the United States, because the United States doesn't have friends. The United States have interests. Interests they seek. They're behind the wealth of Venezuela. That's all. Take a look at the countries they have destroyed. Iraq, Syria, Libya. Wealth is all they're looking for. Who's running the show in these countries? The United States, the magnates of the petroleum industry. That's what they're looking for.
The State Department said Tuesday that it had given Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido the right to control assets and property in the United States bank accounts of the government of Venezuela. Rullow says the leadership division can only spell further trouble for Venezuela.
The United States has been spending 2 years millions of dollars investigating quote-unquote Russian interference or meddling in their affairs. But they walk into a country and they handpick a man and they say, you shall be interim president or acting whatever, interim president. In the middle of a street, in a public gathering, a man just claims to be the president of a country. What sort of thing like that? And they say, that they're practicing democracy. Venezuela's economic situation has been provoked by the United States. They have repressed the Venezuelan oil revenue and other revenue around the world, made it difficult for the Venezuelans to even pay their bills at an international level because they dominate the US dollar. $1.3 billion repressed in Brussels. The British banks are not permitted to pay and to deal with Venezuelan assets and otherwise. They're frozen sanctions upon sanctions. The United States is starving Venezuelans. I talk to people across there every day, almost every day. The United States is starving Venezuelans, and then they say they're trying to help Venezuela because of the humanitarian crisis, which they themselves created.
CARICOM countries, though divided on the issue, have nonetheless said that they are against any interference in the internal affairs of the South American country and has sent a delegation to the United Nations seeking the intervention of Secretary General Antonio Guterres on the matter. Eugenia Peters, GBN News.